Hi everyone, excited to be here today. Today I'll be talking about how to design your personal brand leveraging Gen AI and personal branding. So a bit of context about myself. I've realized I've been creating content on the internet since about over 10 years now, and having a strong personal brand essentially helps opportunities come to you instead of you seeking them out. So I'm just want to get a quick vibe check. How do y'all feel about personal branding? Like yay, nay, thumbs up, thumbs down? Medium, mid, yay, okay. Yeah, you could be the best designer in the world, but if no one knows what you do, no one will notice you. So I feel like developing a brand for yourself helps you stand out, especially in this competitive job market. So in my talk, I'll be kind of giving a brief overview of personal branding, what it is, how you can use your visual design skills to stand out, like picking colors, logos, typography, as well as how to figure out what your mission statement is, what's your thesis. And throughout, I have a short slide deck, and I actually have some of my drawings. They're hand drawn, not made by AI. And how many of y'all are also part of Design Buddies? Amazing. So the bunny, his name is Fluffle. So Fluffle will be bunnies and Fluffle will be a common theme throughout my presentation. And this is Fluffy, an anime version of Fluffle. So those are their names, friendly mascot of Design Buddies. So today I'll kind of go during intro, personal branding, visual design, and then demoing some Gen AI tools, Adobe Express, powered by Adobe Firefly, followed by a Q&A. And I'm Grace. I founded Design Buddies. Design Buddies is the largest UX design community in the world. We have over 63,000 members on Discord and a total audience of 150,000. Our goal is to help designers improve their skills, make friends, connections, land jobs. So we have a lot of free resources online and a lot of meetups in the Bay Area as well. So definitely do join us on Discord. I also host a lot of cool events and create a lot of content, mainly about design and career on LinkedIn and lifestyle and travel on Instagram. And I also work at EA, Electronic Arts, where I build products for content creators. And I love traveling. I've been to over 30 different countries. Last year, I spent 2 months living on cruise ships, so that was really fun. They had Wi-Fi from Starlink, so thanks to Starlink. And I was born and raised in the Bay Area, so I love the California Bay Area. I don't think I ever want to move out. So born into tech. So a bit about personal branding. So what is a personal brand? Anyone in the audience want to take a jab at this? I hear something that speaks to you, how people know who you are, or is a bit far. So essentially I feel like it's a feeling, how people perceive you. How do you make people feel? Kind of similar to traditional branding. And I would say how would you describe these people's brands? Well, I feel these are some examples of people with relatively strong personal brands. For example, Elon, he posts a lot of memes. Mr. Beast, he does a lot of pranks and challenges on YouTube and stuff. So these people, I feel for me, they're very memorable. They do things that are different, and I remember them for their personality, not necessarily for the products they sell. So when you want to think about your personal brand, you want to think about how do you want to make people feel when you show up? Whether that be curious, inspired, excited, fun, funny, very educated, could be anything. And essentially, y'all already have what you have, your personal brand. Essentially, it's your personality, but being loud and proud about it. But we're always learning, growing, experiencing new things, so it's always iterative. And so don't be afraid to don't feel the need to make it perfect. And why do you want to care about your personal brand? Especially in this very competitive job market these days, helps you stand out amongst the crowd. Also helps you make more friends. So by telling people who you are, you attract people who are like you and want to chat with you, and building your network as well. Has given me a lot of opportunities to get featured in the media as well. And also, if y'all into freelancing, you could also build more trust and authority, really focus on your niche, attract more clients, and charge more premium pricing. I'm going to talk a bit about designing your brand before I hop into your lovely demo. So you can consider all these different elements you can design and tweak about your brands as well. So colors, they can influence feelings. You can pick a few. And you can also pick a few fonts as well. I'll be going through some colors and fonts. You can also use different patterns and textures, different styles of photographies, illustration, iconography as well. Those are my many Instagram accounts for all my random side hustles I started in my life. So I'll hop into Adobe Express. Essentially, how many of y'all, raise up hands, are familiar with Adobe Express? Not very many. All right, cool. It's very similar to, it's I feel like it's a really great tool to kind of get started in graphic design, but there's also a lot of cool Gen AI features that I'll demo today. If you want to start your personal brand from scratch. You can do design, photos, and videos, and as well, and a lot of social media graphics. So today we'll talk about creating a brand on Adobe Express so it can reuse components for yourself. Creating a LinkedIn cover photo, and then you can also, there's a lot of photo features with Firefly, with generative AI, text effects, text template AI, and more. And also I like Adobe stock because I'm also an artist, so sometimes I get a little concerned about people using my art to train AI. But I know for Firefly, it's trained on Adobe stock, which is already open source. So just want to share that as well. Share Adobe Express. So it's free to use. I have Creative Cloud, but if you don't, it's also free to use as well. There's just some features that are a premium version. So in Adobe Express, you can create a lot of different types of things like Instagram posts, flyers, TikTok videos. You can edit videos as well, LinkedIn cover photos, posters, and more. And then a homework assignment for all of y'all is I want to see y'all make a LinkedIn cover photo. How many of y'all don't have a LinkedIn cover? How many of y'all do not have a LinkedIn cover photo? Oh, looks like everyone has one. Okay. But if you want to design one for your own brand, if you want to post it on LinkedIn, tag me and let's check it out afterwards as well. And then Adobe Express, they have cool tools like text to image, generative fill, text to template, which is pretty cool. Text effects. You can also make quick actions like removing backgrounds, converting to MP4s, GIFs, and more, and then different templates you can start off with. I will start off with creating a brand. So you can go to your stuff. We're gonna make a fictional person. So I'm gonna make a name Fuffle Bean. So Fuffle is the name of the bunny, and I guess the story to Fluffle is Fluffle's favorite food is jelly beans. So that's why it's Fluffle Bean. So fictional person, fictional character we're going to make a brand for. So our friend is Fluffle today. So Fluffle, you want to get a logo. So let's just say you don't have a logo. You don't know where to start. So you can do Adobe Express has a logo creator. You can input some stuff and it'll make a logo for you based on different styles. So for example, you have a bunny design business, it designs bunnies, and it's called maybe Fuffle Bean does this, and then maybe the slogan is let's hop into design. Actually, maybe Fuffle Bean is a bunny design business. Yeah, so Fuffle is a bunny design freelancer. I'm just really making this up on the fly and letting AI take these ideas further. So you can choose different styles you want to have. Let's say you want an elegant style and we'll generate, you can choose different icons as well. So some bunnies, let's just choose this little bunny here. And we'll design some logos that I can just use. So, I like this Fuffle Bean, and we generate a lot of different types of logos. I feel I just want to say as a preface, I feel AI is a great starting point. If you don't know how to start. However, I feel as designers, we have a lot of skills to add our own personality and flavor to it as well. So just want to put that out there. So I want to just download this. I had some issues downloading it, so I'm just going to take a screenshot and upload it for Fuffle Bean as well. Yeah, so you can see it generated a lot. It can try out different styles. It can try maybe you want a bold style. You're really bold. You can get different Fuffle Bean styles. So we have our logo that we've generated. So I'm just gonna add my logo. logo here. And then you can also add different fonts. There's also Adobe fonts, so we can like select. You can see fonts like, for example, I always use Poppins as a font. However, if you want to have multiple fonts, it can show Poppins, and then it will give you like different font suggestions of what to use as well, just like as a starting point. If you want to upload multiple fonts, you can do it there. For example, like I like Poppins, but I also want to add some variety to my personal brand. So I'll just take the first one, no toast stands. So I could add Poppins. I had some issues loading it today, so we might skip that part if it does not load in time. You can also upload different graphics you want to use as well. Like, let's just do Fuffle Confetti, Fuffles. And then you can also select different templates you want to use. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to keep it short and focus on the AI tools. And then last thing, if you want to choose different colors you want to use, you can also go to Adobe Color. You can also upload photos and we'll sample the colors. Or you can look at the trends and seeing what's popping and getting inspired from that as well. So we're just going to add some of their suggested colors to this as like a template as a starting point. So this is kind of like a style sheet, or like a style sheet you would create in Figma. Oh, wrong one. Colors. I just pick like maybe check 2 or 3 primary colors for now. And you have Fluffle Bean here. And then you can also preview how your brand would look like across different backgrounds. And the logo's like this because I had some issues downloading it as a transparent. So we're going to make do with that. So now we want to, let's just say we want to make a LinkedIn cover photo. Now, Adobe Express, you can like make a lot of different things with it. Like even like an Etsy shop banner or stuff. But we're gonna find LinkedIn cover photo. LinkedIn profile cover. And then see it loads. You can see the different templates that are available to use. We can choose maybe like this one. And then like in Adobe Express, you can, in any images, you can add the AI tools. So for example, you can have generative fill. It loads. You can you can paint over some things. Like let's say I want to generate some bunnies. It will generate. Takes a while. We'll give you some variations to choose from. Like I just painted over this part, and I want to add some bunnies to my lawn here. Here, bunnies. Wee. Yeah, so to have more bunnies. And when maybe we can do bunnies designing. Maybe we can add some like bunnies designing over here too. Oh, like bunnies designing together and having a great time and vibing. They're vibing. Let's see how like AI takes vibing. I say vibing a lot, by the way. Do elevator music. Oh, I guess. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, they're trying to. I guess they're designing like a little dance together. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's do this one because we like bunnies. All right, so that's a generative fill. You can also like remove background or erase anything in your images. You can also upload your own images and do it to that. And then since we made a brand, you can go to like your stuff and see Fuffle Beans brand. You can just like drag and drop any of the images like Fuffle Confetti. Ooh, Fuffle Confetti over there as well. You can access like your brand. So it's kind of like a style sheet, style guide on Figma. You can like save the styles and drag and drop the little components everywhere too. So it's simple. What is this? Let's make it smaller. And another like cool thing For the sake of time, I'm just gonna like do this pretty fast. So what is this person directing the eyes to it? So let's just say it changes the fluffle bean. And then you can also like make the font different. But another cool thing I want to show is text effects. Like you can do, it's just pretty cool. Like you can make it like a balloon style and customize it. So this is a blue 3D rendered plastic smooth balloon style. The fluffle bean like that. You can like, fluffle bean is like a bunny designer. And then you can also make it different style, which is pretty cool as well. Make it a gold drip. Fluffle bean's a fancy bunny designer with lots of bunnies around here all the time. Let's see how we're on time. Okay. Yeah, and the last thing I want to show is this like really cool. How many of y'all like have to design a lot of like banners or like marketing stuff? Okay, cool. I feel like this is like a great way. It's like text a template, which is like pretty cool. So let's just see. We want to maybe like host a movie night about bunnies for people in tech. So like maybe like we want to design like an event banner for a movie or for a hike for bunny collectors who work in tech. It can generate. Mix in art and science, generating images. Is loading? Yeah, so you can like generate templates as stuff. Like based on your text, it will put on a full-on template for y'all to use. Like hike on, bunny lovers, Tech Hub City. Yeah, tech a bunny hike, little bunny in nature. So those are just like fun things to do. But yeah, any questions or things you would like me to prompt AI to do?
What about back to generative fill with the bunnies? What about a bunny balloon or blimp? Either one for the sky.
Oh yeah, I can totally.
Just a thought. I don't know.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Also, like feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm on all the platforms. So scan the QR code. But yes, I will go back to this slide in case you guys haven't scanned it yet. But yeah, I will do a bunny blimp for that. I mean, let's do bunny blimp. Bunny blimp. Like, what style did you want it in?
Not sure. It could be a balloon or a blimp.
Yeah, or bunny balloons. Bunny balloons that look very happy. Like happy bunny balloons. Let's do that.
So where aren't the balloons bunnies? Yeah.
I don't know. I need to ask Adobe Express that. We try bunny-shaped balloons. Any other questions as it generates? Long story short, growing up in the Bay Area, all the adults were like, Grace, you gotta be a doctor, engineer, or lawyer, or failure. But that's what I believed. It might not be true, but like that's how I saw it. But I was always a class clown. I love drawing anime. I love playing games, and I always saw myself like working in entertainment. And so I actually my mom. She paid me to go to the gym with her, so I started running. Got really fast. So that's what inspired my college major in bioengineering and then computer science engineering. So that's why I studied that in school. Because I wanted to learn how to biohack myself to run faster. However, when I graduated from college, I went to Santa Clara University. I graduated undergrad in 2019. I was like, I kind of want to get into UX design. It felt like it felt like it combined like a lot of my art and engineering thinking into like a nice job that pays really well in tech in Silicon Valley. So I was like, let's do it. So when I was trying to get into design, I felt like there's so many resources out there. I'm so confused. I don't know, make friends. I don't know, like have accountability buddies. So it was like kind of during the pandemic, I was like, all right, let's get serious about this design job thing. And so I made Design Buddies. I just randomly made a Discord server. Design Buddies was like a random name I thought of during a run. I was like, I like buddies, I guess, design. And so I made a Discord server and then called Design Buddies April 2020. And then initially I just wanted to make friends, and I just shared it on LinkedIn, shared it on some social media, and it like went viral. Like we got like our first 1,000 members within the first month. I was like, wow, let's make it big. So I was like, I just like started hosting a lot of events. A lot of people reached out to us. And like flash forward to like 3.5 years later, 63,000 people are now in the server. And now we're helping designers across the world land jobs, access resources, especially like around the world in like developing nations and stuff. So so now I'm just like, I love trying new things, and I have like no boundaries of trying new things as long as it doesn't harm anyone. So I'm always like seeing how I can help out, like trying out wild ideas. Like this year, we're actually hosting our first conference in San Francisco in May 2024. We do a lot of design challenges, career fairs. I'm actually building an AI tool to help designers improve their interview skills as well. So wild ideas to help designers like and have fun. I really enjoy it. So that's how it grew so much and continues to grow to this day. I always encourage designers to use templates, like work smart, not hard. Don't code your portfolio from scratch. Don't feel the need to like learn front end and everything as well. I would say like, I feel like the really like meat of your portfolio is your case studies. So I would maybe like ask ChatGPT, like, how would you write a UX design case study? Like, what's the outline you would do it? And use that as a starting point for your existing projects. And then oftentimes, like a big mistake I made in the beginning was I wrote too much on my portfolio, and now is like too many words. I would also like put it and ask ChatGPT to shorten, like ask ChatGPT, like, you are a UX design hiring manager at X company who works on X products. How would you shorten this part? Like ask ChatGPT, like pretend they're the hiring manager looking at it, and ask them how they would like go about the portfolio and shorten or expand on different parts. I would say it depends. So I actually haven't updated my portfolio since I was last job hunting in 2020, and things have changed a lot since, so I can't really speak on the current market on that. But if I were to do that right now, I would maybe talk about how I maybe leverage AI for like idea generation, user research synthesis, how I leverage AI to like generate ideas or like validate ideas, or used it in like my Figma to hand off to engineers, like generating Swift AI, Swift UI and stuff. So I was like, maybe if I used AI, I would add that to my process in my toolkit. When I was starting out, I just shared about what I learned, because there's always someone that is also newer than you who would benefit from that. Yeah. And people, we can also connect with peers. And I feel like everyone has something unique to offer. Like we all live different lives. And sometimes I see people post like, oh, I went to this art museum. I saw this and it inspired me to do that. Or advice I would tell my younger self. I wouldn't like I always like to encourage people, like just post your experiences, like post things from your perspective, and don't let the number of years experience you might have stop you from doing anything you want to do.